Hi, all. This is Daisy Cakes, and the camera is going to make me look really old, so it's sad because when I'm looking at myself, I don't look that old at all, but the camera always makes me look really old, which is funny. But if you met me, you'd see. So I don't really worry about it. Last night, I woke up and there was an iPhone charger curled next to my bed. Someone comes in and tries to charge their iPhones. Um, It used to be that coyote guy, and then it was this new guy from downstairs that's been harassing me a lot. He cut a hole, C probably, someone who feels very free to treat my apartment like I'm squatting, even though I've been paying rent this whole time, and they're just stalking me. And it's about money from realty because C is a realtor, and they're mad about real estate deals that I did well on that they wanted for themselves. And it's really sad because they're literally like, it's sad. Stalking is upsetting because you can't really tell people all the different ways that it affects you at once, or you sound crazy. And I'm not crazy. So, anyway, every month the iPhone charger appears next to my face on the floor or on next to my bed or on my bed, curled up in a little circle, and someone has plugged it in. And the other thing that they do, and I don't understand it really, but they switch out one of my boxes, my charging boxes that, for your phone, the little square thing that the USB plugs into. They switch it out for a travel adapter that I throw away. But because they get my trash out of the dumpster and go through it, they always bring it back, and it's back again. And it looks like one of those big chargers that you get with a really nice tablet, like the 1 or 2, what is it? Ohms, megahertz, I can't remember, chargers. But anyway, they switch the one that I have out for this travel adapter every time. And I woke up and the travel adapter's back, which is really frustrating. It's like one of those little visual shots that they do to kind of disturb you or make you unhappy. And there was a fresh pair of my brand new shoes are still here, but my old shoes are back. They always mess with my shoes. They took one out of I have my shoes that really mean a lot to me because when I was homeless, I had these shoes, and they were I had slippers, and I had shower shoes that I would wear to take showers places, and I had gym shoes. I had sneakers that I would wear for when I wasn't working. And because I had gotten them to work in the restaurants, but it turns out you need rubber soles, so I had to get other shoes, and it was really hard for me. I had to work a whole week for my shoes. And so I had these nice shoes, these kind of like pumps that were restaurant pumps. And they stole one of all of those shoes that meant the world to me. And it was really upsetting. They're like my moccasins that they talk about in the program, for bronzing. And so I don't know what's wrong with these guys because I've never stolen drugs or anything from anybody ever in my life. And anyway, so they usually steal one of them. But this time they brought back a whole pair of shoes. Not the ones that I was hoping to get back, but still my shoes. And so, and I don't know how they're getting in because my key is literally taped to my body. Like, on my, the 7th of October, I changed my key, and I taped it to me with strapping tape. And when I take a shower, I just take it off and retape it. And it's really upsetting, but I mean, you have to do something because I had to prove to myself that they were getting in some other way. With a different key, with a skeleton key through the air conditioning or something. And every time I take my trash out, my apartment gets ransacked. So I'm going to clean it up again before I take my trash out, and then I'll be able to see. And the roach box that I put outside, remember I showed you in the video? The woman took it downstairs for me. She was walking by and she's like, "I'll take this to the dumpster for you." And I was like, "Well, that's really sweet of you, but you have to be careful because these are vicious, mean, young, unpoisoned, not my bugs. They're like really bad bugs, and I don't want you to get bitten." And she's like, "It's fine. I just want to get them away from the building." And I was like, "That's fine. This sounds good to me." So she took my trash, and C jumped in his car and sped after her to the dumpster, probably to get it and use it on somebody else, allegedly. And I just don't know what to do about these people. They act like 2-year-olds, basically. It doesn't make any sense because I pay my rent and I'm a good tenant and I don't make a lot of noise. I just have this channel, this podcast and everything. And they've been setting off the fire alarms and doing all those kinds of things. But the thing that really scared me was the cat, because the cat went missing yesterday. The delivery driver let him out, which upset me. But that's okay. They hardly ever do that. And he's been in. I have eyeliner on both of my eyes, y'all. Isn't that weird? It's the malware. But anyway, the delivery driver let him out, and when he came back, he was very hot, like he had been in someone's car. And C was sitting on top of his car the whole time while I was looking for him, because I had to be at the door. He always tries to get me to come to my door or my window, and then he goes and stands by his car. I don't know how to get the guy to disengage, like a dog when a dog has a bone. It's like my neighbor left because things got too hot for him here, I guess, and he left. I don't need anyone to move out for me to be happy. I just need them to act like people. When they have other people to bug, they don't bug me as much, but they always do a little bit. And it would be nice if they could just not find someone else to bug and just stop bugging people entirely. But I'm afraid that's never going to happen because in Nacogdoches, evidently, the rumor is people don't get arrested for electronic crime. Or for non-violent crime, I guess you would say. But I'm hoping that's not true. It's just very sad so far. Because I was literally attacked and I have video of it. And as far as I know, nothing was done about it, which is surprising because I really love the police. But it doesn't seem to matter that much if you love them or not. But I do love them so much. So, what else? There was food and water by my bed as well on the floor. And I can't think of anything else to tell you. I have so many things to tell you, but I don't like to criticize people, and it sounds like I'm piling on. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to document things in case something happens to me, because I really feel like these people are getting very close to me, like getting very close physically to me, to route me out, to make me afraid, to limit who I talk to and who I see. If I go places, C follows me on his little, I don't want to diminutive him, but he follows me on his Segway type scooter thing. It's okay, I've been followed around by guys here before. There's another guy that works down the street a little bit that used to be angry with me when I worked at my restaurant, and he would follow me around town in his truck, and he'd even follow me and my daughter. He'd follow my daughter around, and he'd follow us to Lufkin and everything. That was more a white supremacy thing, I think. I'm not sure. Try to do, I did gold and green today just for fun. But y'all take care and spread my videos around. Let me know. Do try to give me credit for them. The podcast episodes will start soon. They keep stealing my work with Snowman, though. It's really upsetting. They couldn't break into my voice recorder because I have a little duplicate voice recorder that I use to record our podcast. And they couldn't break into it, so they switched it out for one full of nonsense, of word salad talk and stuff, with a guy that sounds like him. So I'm hoping that I have it back now and that I can find it and it'll work. I know the password and everything. It's really strange. But things like that have happened before when I was living in the old town too. There was a teacher that used to take artwork from my kids and sub it out from artwork. I used to have artwork for my kids on my desk, right? And I came back one day to my desk, and one of the teachers, because they do the same art projects every year in certain grades, and one of the teachers had subbed out some other kids' artwork from my kids' artwork. It wasn't my kids' artwork anymore. It was so mean. And I never mentioned it to anybody because I already had duplicates of the work at home since I have 2 kids. It's so funny. I have 2 kids and they're only 1 year apart in school. So I have duplicates of a lot of the things that people don't think I have duplicates of, which is nice. But I still wanted all of the work. Like my kids already did 2 art projects every time that they did art because we got divorced when we got separated when they were in 1st and 2nd grade. So all the way through school, they always had 2 families, right? Well, I mean, they had me and they had him. We weren't married to anybody.
We were common law married from 2006 to 2012.
But we're totally separate, and we have been for years. But anyway, they would do 2 art projects because we had 2 houses. He had his own house in South Austin, and I had my house in Kyle. So we always had 2 art projects anyway, is a thing. So they didn't need to do that. But they all, like I said, the Texas dad thing, they were always mad about the divorce. They were always treating me like I stole something from someone or did something to someone or was a horrible person, which I'm absolutely not a horrible person. And did I say about the shoes? I did say about the shoes, right? Because I was joking with this guy because I said, I only have 1 pair of shoes because I only had 1 pair of shoes for years. And when I started talking on Reddit to people, I only have 1 pair of shoes in 2021. And I was like, I only have 1 pair of shoes. And I get new shoes, throw the other ones away, but I can't afford like the kind of shoes I used to have before. When I was younger, I used to have so many shoes. And that's one thing. When my mom died, I bought boots and short boots and black pumps and cream colored pumps. So I had work shoes to wear just in case something happened, which I do have to go back to work now. So I will, but anyway. So these shoes ended up by my inside my door together, like a little neat little shoe thing. And that wasn't me. That was the guy that had charged the phone with the iPhone. That's so weird.
I never left my apartment though, even when the cat was missing.
More will be revealed though. I keep asking. I asked for me to see the faces of my stalkers and I saw them. It's not like a miracle or anything. It's just technology, but still I saw them. And, you have to be willing to believe that what you're seeing is actually happening, which is hard for y'all, I'm sure. And it's hard for me too, but I'm living it and I can reach out and touch these people if they're in my room. So I know that they're here for real. And I asked to be able to see that and I saw that. Now I'm asking to find out who the money person is because there is a money person in all this. These people are not paying their own rent. When I fired them, whoever the money person was also fired them. But remember, the guy who lives next door to me, he had one of his family members marry my niece. So he's in my family. But anyway, I fired him. I didn't realize I ever hired him. I just kind of sent a blanket firing thing. And I put up a sign saying that anyone thinking that they were hired to do, and I listed a bunch of stuff, is fired nicely, because I had never hired them in the first place. And that guy attacked me after that because I guess he thought he was, working for something. He must be a little mentally ill. So then, so we know that they keep taking it on themselves to do things. They also brought gendered things into my room, which I don't want. And it's just very odd. It's like they think I'm their mother. They think I'm their wife. They think I'm like taking care of them. They think they're taking care of me. They're creating traumatic situations that they then try to help me out of or make worse and then try to save me from, like the cat. Every time I try to report the cat missing to the city, he shows back up again within 3 minutes. Just of me opening the website and typing in the information, which could be a coincidence, but still. Right before I hit send, he walks in my door every time. So from now on, he's going to be in the bathroom when I open up my door. But I don't want to go missing either, y'all. And I'm pretty vulnerable to these people. I got the money to get a scooter, and I sent off the money order, and it was stolen.
It was stolen from the mailman, not the mailbox.
And it was insured from the post office. So hopefully the post office will replace it. The bank replaced it because it was stolen from the bank as well. I mean, it was a registered check from the bank because I'm very careful about things. And so they put it back in my bank account already. But and then the next Tuesday after it went missing, a guy showed up here with a scooter ready to follow me around when I had my scooter.
I reported it to the police, but
Really
nothing was done about it.
And he finally kind of skedaddled. He's still around here somewhere. I think in the he used to park his scooter outside my apartment. I have a lot of pictures of him. I call him Scooter Guy. And he's the one that has shaggy brown, medium colored hair, like Sean Cassidy type hair. And I think he might be female to male transsexual. But he usually wears polo shirts and jeans and slacks, and he has like a medium build. I think he might work at E-Tech or something. I'm not sure. But he still is very in my stuff as far as like he's always parked outside my house when he's around. And I mean just right here in front of my apartment. So I'll show you sometime. I have lots of videos of him. And he has a little camera on a little periscope that he sticks in my window a lot. So I have to look. It looks like a duck, like a white duck. And he sticks it up in my window, in the corner of my window a lot. When he's parked here, he sets it up on his little scooter and points it in my window. And that's why the trash is there, actually, is because it kind of blocks his camera sometimes, a little bit. Because I think he must have special needs to be doing all this. Someone here is mentally ill. And I'm sure those records could be subpoenaed and stuff eventually if it gets that bad. That's why I keep saying it, is because I don't want it to get that bad. I don't like to have consequences for people. And in Nacogdoches, they usually don't prosecute people for stalking. But, I mean, this is getting pretty serious. So, anyway, but all of it can be coincidence. Well, except for some of it. Some of it's not coincidence. But some of it is coincidence. And that is bad. Because new people, a new generation getting into all this is not what I want for my kids or me. It's already been almost 25 years. Like I say, it's the golden anniversary of meeting these people in a couple of years, and that's just too much stalking for me. So, but anyway, I love y'all, and I hope you're doing okay. And I thought I'd leave this here. You should know that guy John, my neighbor from before, when I lived in my house and stuff, that I met when he was 18 and I was 30, he reports back to APD a lot. I think he's kind of like, he used to say he was law enforcement, but he's not. But he used to say that he's like a big informer to them, so I should watch out and stuff. It's scary. But anyway.
More on that another time. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for episodes of the Daisy Cakes and Snowman Show podcast to follow shortly.